Live.
Oh no!
It says we are alive.
Oh my gosh.
Alive? Live?
Can we handle live? Live, we
Well,
do it every week, right? Not too
we'll
bad.
give the YouTube a few minutes for
Oops.
people to kind of creep up and
I got
watch.
no knee room here. Let me see what I can do. Ow.
And
Look
while
at
we're
that.
waiting,
We got a
what'd you
splinter.
do?
Look at that.
The table bit
Table
you.
attacked me. Pull it straight out. It's in there good too.
Ooh.
Look at that sucker.
The table bit you. Hi, Jeffrey. Happy Monday. How are you?
All right.
Well, I'm gonna have some coffee for the evening. My X-Files coffee mug.
And I shall join you. I'm drinking out of my White Tower coffee mug. It's a vintage one, probably from the 30s or 40s. It's an old restaurant chain called White Tower. Not to be confused with White Castle, but I think they're a lot like White Castle. What's up?
Coffee cups are smaller then.
Well, this is the diner cup that get you to, they don't want to pour you giant cups. They just serve you a little bit at a time.
Yum. So yeah, I needed some coffee to wake up, fighting a little bit of a headache, but we haven't done a podcast in like 2 weeks.
Hence the name of the title, or the title of this thing, Slackers Are Back.
Yeah, we're slacking. We haven't done a podcast in a while.
The Slackers are back.
So if you guys have not seen our channel before, we can introduce ourselves and explain it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
So I'm Janet, also known as Janet Decay the Mummy.
And I'm James, and I play Grimm Gorri, the monkey, on The Mummy and the Monkeys.
Harry Scary Hangout.
Where could they see it?
Fridays on Facebook Live. On Facebook, we are the Mummy and the Monkey. We are horror film and sci-fi movie hosts, and we are also resellers and artists. And slackers, because we were gone for a couple weeks from doing our podcast here on the YouTubes.
That's right.
And yeah, we had 2 conventions back, or not conventions. We had 1 convention and then 1 event at a winery in Geneva. So 2 events back to back. And then we were planning for our 50th live streaming show on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot going on there. And we had a great show Friday night. So thank you out there if you guys were watching.
Thanks for celebrating our 50th show. It was a lot of fun. Reached a lot of people and got a lot of views, and gave away a lot of stuff. We gave away some prizes.
Yes.
We did 3 giveaways that night.
We did. I need to send those out.
And one was this here. One was a Big Chuck and Little John T-shirt. Yeah,
there you go.
That was a good one. Thanks to John Lucky out there, our buddy who designed this shirt and provided one to us to give away. So perfect.
Jeffrey says, love that Gamera. Yeah, and we could talk more about Gamera and some monster movies in a little bit.
We'll talk monster movie stuff.
Buckaroo Brothers says, how are you guys doing? We're doing good.
Not too bad.
We're happy to be back on YouTube talking to everybody.
Crazy these pillows.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe...
Because my back is like not killing me, but I just don't...
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I thought sitting on the floor was a great idea.
Who knows?
There we go.
It's
I thought we could be closer to the
it would be nice right now to be leaning back, and because this sitting upwards killing my back. But
we'll put a pillow under your butt.
That ain't gonna help nothing. I'm still sitting up, right?
Definitely hitting up the Etsy store for a monster-sized shirt of my own. Very cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, John Lucky has some great.
We're kind of centered. We can either move that way a little bit because there's all that negative space. Sorry.
Or just move this
forward
a little bit.
No.
Right?
No. There we go.
There we go.
Leave it. It was fine the way it was.
Okay. Well, we maybe. Okay, that'll
That's
work.
better. I think we're just a little low, but
that'll work.
Can we lower this at all?
I could a little bit.
Yeah, let's lower. Either spread the legs. There we go. Ah, much better.
Is that too low?
Keep it going. Because we've got too much height. There's nothing.
Okay, Mr. Director over there.
It's not director. It's just trying to make it look right. How many YouTube videos are you watching? It just destroys me to see when they have like either they're too. Well, I think there's still a lot of room up here. We should drop it down quite a bit more, please.
What if we're showing stuff and we need more room up here? I think.
You think of everything.
Yeah. What if we're showing like
all right, sure.
some large items that need room? Been editing a feature with a new editor. Cool. Very cool.
Have it your way.
Okay.
You don't think there's too much room above us?
I think it's fine. I think we should continue on with the podcast and talk, right? We're live. No time like the present.
Maybe if I just move up a little bit. don't know. Anyway, so
So, yes, we saw Godzilla today. We saw that. And last night, or not last night, Friday night's movie
we didn't
was.
even introduce the show yet, though.
I thought we did already.
We just said who we were. We didn't say it was Living the Scream.
Okay, well let's pretend you didn't see all that other stuff, and let's try this again.
Move that down a little bit, please.
Okay.
It's bugging me. Pretend I said it was up and I wanted you to move it up. There, that's a little better.
Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Living the Scream.
The behind the scenes of The Mummy and the
Take two.
Monkeys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream. The behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkeys. Harry Scary Hangout. Friday nights on Facebook Live. 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Janet, James, here we go. All right.
Yes. So here we go. We saw Godzilla today. We played a Gamera movie on Friday, Destroy All Planets, and it was, English dubbed. Didn't you say it was like a couple different Gamera movies kind of
that was one
hacked
of those
up together?
There's a couple Gamera movies like that, and this one was one of them where it was just a really loose plot of aliens coming down and trying to harness Gamera to be their to be their weapon, let's say, to destroy humanity. And of course they have to use flashbacks. Like Gamera as a formidable foe. Let us scan his memory to see his past battles, that kind of garbage. So that was just an in for them to show old footage. Oh, boom.
Oh,
and
special guest star. Who is that?
Yeah.
It's Louis.
And so they did that. It was one of those types of things.
Hello again. Episode 50 was awesome. You got your work out. You got your work cut out for you for number 100. The drop-ins were something.
I hope we can find.
But thank you, John. He was complimenting it.
Hope we can find 50 other films to show.
Came out fast. Thanks for showing my Froggy with your DVDs. Sure, John.
Oh yeah. That's where we do a segment called What Do You Do, and that's when we have people send in pictures of themselves, what they do when they're watching our show. So, and he sent one in. And we got Louis here.
Special guest star, Louis the cat.
Louis Bear the cat.
Yes, Louis the cat.
Louis Bear Squids.
So, it went really well Friday. We were happy that, everything was running smoothly. Everyone seemed to be in a good mood. The comments were funny. Towards the end, we were so tired, though. And it's really, here's some info that not many people know.
I'm going upstairs to clean the crackers off of that.
When you're in the mask, sometimes when he falls asleep, you can't tell he's asleep.
What are you trying to do?
So towards the end of the show, I could tell he's kind of nodding off, and I'm like,
you didn't know.
I'm like, Grimm, we're almost done.
Yeah, I was definitely starting.
We were both tired.
I was fading. It was been a crazy couple weeks. Thought so to what I saw. Yeah, maybe you could tell. Well, whatever. Yeah, so that was interesting and fun, and looking forward to the next 50. Hopefully we can find 50 more movies to show, but we'll see.
We'll find more stuff to show.
I know.
We always do.
It's something that we love to do, and we're looking forward to seeing if we can get that far. This is crazy. I never thought we would do 50 of anything, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, we were, like, before we did the whole live streaming thing, and we would just put episodes, like, on DVD or send them into the cable stations.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take a couple months just to get an episode out.
Right, because we just took our sweet time. We kind of wrote everything and produced. I mean, we still write skits and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm super uncomfortable sitting cross-legged like this. I got no. Ugh.
Okay, sorry. Next time we'll sit on the couch.
Thank you.
But yeah, what were you were talking about the?
Lost my train of thought because I'm just uncomfortable sitting down here. And I feel dopey now sitting like this.
Just talk about the movies.
Yeah, but I want to be comfortable. I gotta sit here for an hour.
Okay. Well, he readjusts.
Again.
I'm gonna have more coffee.
Good for you. What were we talking about again?
Movies.
What about it?
Finding movies to show and how we used to put our show together.
Oh yeah, and it just took forever. I mean, it was an interesting process. We still write skits, obviously. We still have to write those out and plan them out. But everything else is pretty much free form. We might start writing a few little things or coming up with some bits. I don't know. We just like the organic style of the show. and hanging out with everybody and letting you feed us information and
Yeah.
topics and things like that too.
Well, and I like that we kind of have an idea of what we want to talk about for the show, things we want to cover, but it's not, there's no like exact script. You know, of course, when we put the skits together, we have that in our head what we want to do,
Right.
or we'll put a little script together, or he'll do a storyboard for it. But I like that the show is more interactive and it's more organic. It's just kind of like, okay, here we are. What do we have to work with? Okay,
Right.
here's the movie, here's this. And oh, look at these funny comments. We
Right.
can like interact with you guys. You guys are my fellow Ohio
Oh,
friends.
cool.
Aw. Love the Big Chuck shirt, says the late. Oh,
I got to
couldn't catch the
compliment
name.
this today, and when we were in the grocery store, a guy's like, "Hey, nice shirt." So yeah, so it's definitely good. If you don't have one, you should go get one at. They're available on Etsy. You have to look up Big Chuck and Little John T, or just Big Chuck Little John T.
Big
Yeah.
Chuck Little John T on Etsy. But
LIL.
we also have our Mummy a Monkey t-shirts, which we should have. I should have worn mine today.
It doesn't matter.
I should just wear that shirt like every day to try to sell it.
promote. Well, I mean, every time we bring this up, you don't have to. But okay.
Yeah, so
So yeah, we have merchandise available, more than just T-shirts.
we do on our eBay store.
Right.
Well, he has his own eBay store, and then I have one for the.
Yes.
But I'll have to put the links in below. Would love to see you. Oh, Late Late Horse Show. Hey there.
Hey, we should do that. It would be fun. I mean, we could talk about a movie we saw today.
Yeah, I wanted to actually rip on that one because I'm not happy with it.
So I don't know. We could finish
Hi,
up.
Louie.
We could finish up, or what more do you want to talk about our weekly show?
Oh, well, I was talking about how I like that it's not scripted. And, and it went well, and we were just, it was all like good vibes all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that particular show was really good.
Yeah,
We had some lag problems, but I mean, when you stream, it's sort of inevitable. I mean, it could happen. It's not that it's inevitable, but it's not. It could happen, and it's just like something we can't. It's hard to avoid. It's unavoidable.
But
sometimes.
here's some good news, because there are people that will complain about the connection or complain about live streaming. There is some good. So we've done 50 live streaming episodes on Facebook, and only maybe 2 of them had major issues.
Yeah, 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 had major technical issues. So
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
like what, less than 5%?
And all the Michael Butt movies streamed fine. What's up with that? See, I don't know, but yeah, and I'm sure every place, the radio stations, TV stations, everything that has its glitches. There's no 100%.
Right.
So, we're happy that we've gotten this far with the format of the show. Love the live streaming. I don't think there's anything else like it, especially for what we do. It really separates our show from other horror host shows, whom we all love.
And everyone has their own style of
Yeah.
horror hosting, which we love because it's, one person might do the factoids. One person might have, one person might be a little more on the adult side,
Yeah.
where
Oh, yeah, I've seen
their
those as
humor
well.
is a little more on the adult side, and they bring their own personality to the
Right.
show. Lofty Moose is here. Hello, Lofty
Hello,
Moose.
Lofty.
Hello. But we saw Godzilla today.
Oh, you're switching now. You're switching
We-
from
we
the
could-
show. You done with the show?
Well, what else?
Go back to the show.
We could flip back and forth,
All
I
right.
guess.
Yeah, sure.
Since we're slacking, and
We have to pick out a movie. For Friday too. We haven't done that yet, but that will be resolved probably tonight.
yeah,
We'll
I
come up
wanted
with
to.
something.
I wanted to pick out a movie tonight.
Yeah.
Live interactive opportunities.
Yes, and we know a lot of people stream live and do things, but I don't know of any horror hosted shows that do it yet, other than us. So
We're the show that watches you back out
that's
there.
right. If you didn't know that, now you know. No, but yeah. So I mean, it's something that we're really happy with, and as far as I'm concerned, let if another horror host want to do a live thing, that's cool too. The closest thing I think that comes to it was the one that we watched before we started doing ours, and that was what they do on the Monster Channel. They don't stream a program live, but they do have the live chats that go on.
Yeah, they do have a
While
chat
they show
room.
pre-recorded shows, which is still a very interesting concept too, because we started doing that initially, and we're like, this is pretty fun.
Yeah, we used to send stuff into the Monster Channel, so kudos to them, and they're awesome for accepting other horror hosts.
Yep.
and having a variety of content throughout the weekend. So yeah, we love those guys. We love the Monster Channel. And
Oh, I think
what's
so.
that?
I think Dino agrees with the, or we don't know if we agree yet, but I think he's talking about the Godzilla movie. He said the last 15 minutes were great. Oh, let me ask you if you felt the earthquake. Oh, we can talk about the earthquake.
Oh yeah, so we had an earthquake in Ohio
Yeah, our
today.
lawn chair fell over, and I don't know if we're gonna. We have to call the insurance company. No, we didn't. I didn't feel the quake.
No, so my mummy called me earlier today. She goes, "Are you okay? I heard there was an earthquake in Cleveland." She lives in one of the suburbs. And
She
I'm
called.
like,
She called. That's. She did that before on our honeymoon night.
"Oh boy, this guy." But where was I even?
I don't know.
But I'm like, "No, like we didn't feel anything here. I guess the earthquake was closer to the east side, like towards East Lake, Ohio."
East side.
And we are
West side.
we
Well,
are
on the
more
west.
we are more west.
Yeah. So no, didn't feel anything. No. No. I saw
Yeah.
people on Facebook. Fellow. Local friends. Talked about they felt like a little bit of a rumble.
Yeah, and we get like no earthquakes here. We might get a tornado or a storm, and then we get a crap ton of snow every winter. So it's not like California where they're just used to it. Here it's like something completely different. We don't
Yeah.
normally get earthquakes. It's rare.
Yeah. It's the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah. The only other earthquake I really remember, it was when I was in high school. We were all sitting in study hall or some class or probably detention or something, and we felt the earthquake. It was in the mid to late '80s, but that's the only last one I remember in Ohio. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't really remember any that stood out. Might maybe a little rumble here or there, but
yeah.
nothing like
Although sometimes when you fart,
no. No, what
the
about
house
you?
shakes a little bit.
What about Grimm
What
and
about
his
you?
fart?
What about you? What about you? What about you? I already made the joke first.
You're not supposed to talk about ladies farting.
It's funny. Well, you don't.
It's
You never.
taboo.
You never fart. It's a joke. She never farts. That never happens. She doesn't toot.
No, never. No, and if it would be like rose petals and glitter,
Yeah, that's right.
rainbows and sparkles.
Unicorns shoot out of your butt. Yeah.
Unicorns. Yes.
Glitter unicorns.
Like a Lisa Frank folder.
Yeah, inside your underwear, it's like a Lisa Frank one.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Gosh, you
It's
keep
caffeine.
distracting me now.
Anyway, so we could switch gears now. We could talk about this.
We can talk about the crappy movie we saw.
I like the Gamera movie we showed much better. That we showed on our 50th. Yeah, so we went and saw Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah, we did, and
The-
it wasn't very good. I feel like
How many
we were
stars?
ripped off.
How many stars would you give it out of 5? 5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
One.
I'd
Because
be
the
merciful.
ending was kind of cool with Godzilla at the end. But here's the thing, and I've been saying this for a long
No
time.
spoilers though.
I hate CGI. I hate CGI.
We have a difference of opinion on this.
I hate it with these kinds of movies, and it really should be the guys in rubber suits and puppets.
Well, okay. I don't say no, but
you need a good story and less annoying
Most of all.
characters.
look,
And they, spoiler alert.
no spoilers.
Oh come on.
Because people might not have seen it.
Oh, I wanna rip on this movie.
Whisper, what do you want to? What are you gonna tell them? What about them? You could say that without
Okay.
giving anything away.
Okay, and I don't like how they did Mothra. I don't like how they made Mothra up. It was like
Did you like the design of Mothra?
I do not like the design of Mothra. I feel
Everyone-
like Mothra was ripped, was
But I thought it was ingenious.
shortchanged or something.
But how ingenious was it?
Mothra's my
They
favorite.
invented that giant light bulb, and then the Mothra kept slamming into it. Remember that part? It was awesome. Didn't happen. Yeah. Okay. So, without giving anything away, as far as except in the Godzilla movie, okay, there are monsters in it. Okay, just that's not a spoiler. I hope that's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
The CGI. Okay, you're talking about CGI in
So
general.
so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I noticed with big monster movies in America when it's Hollywooded up. That's a verb, right? Hollywooded up.
If you say so.
I guess. It's always raining. It's always raining
Well,
or
that's
it's
not true.
dark and it's hard to see the monster.
That's not true. Avengers and all that, the
Well,
big battles they
Avengers
have.
is different because
Why?
it's superheroes and it's
But
brightly
you're talking
colored.
about
And
Hollywood CGI. You talking about monsters?
I'm talking about the monster movies.
The big
So,
monster
like
movies.
Pacific Rim, Godzilla's. From what I've seen,
There's not many. Yeah.
a handful. It's always raining. Okay, there's a big monster stomping through the city. You can't see it. It's raining. So I don't know if they're doing that to cover up the CGI.
Probably helps blend the effects better as far as what's going on. And they had a reason for all of the bad weather in the movie. Again, that's not giving anything away.
Yeah.
But as far as my problem isn't with the CGI because it's another tool, and I am totally convinced if you could take these computers that they have today or to the past or bring Harryhausen to the future, they would love it. I don't think they ever wanted to they had there were no other options. They had to figure out we have to animate this stuff or we have to dress up in a rubber suit. If they had the option to do what they're doing now, these guys they were seeing this, but they couldn't create it.
In my opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, a guy in a rubber suit looks more believable to me than this CGI Godzilla crap I just watched.
But
it looks like I'm watching a video game. It does not look real. I believe
Neither does the guy in the rubber suit.
I believe the guy in the rubber suit to be more believable than I do this.
You're
crap.
nostalgic for it because it's what you grew up with. If you grew up with CGI,
I
you
think
would
it
love
could
CGI.
be done really well if they had like some really awesome special effects guys make these really awesome costumes and animatronic things and
it's more
puppets
expensive. Well, there's reasons why they don't do those
but
things
it
too.
would look so cool.
There's budgetary reasons why they don't do it. But anyway, let's stick to the okay. So, but that all aside, even if these guys were in rubber suits, it's still the movie itself was not that good.
The story sucked
because here and I can't without giving anything away. The main reason why these giant monsters they were explaining why they existed. They sort of reverse it and they don't even do what they're supposed to do. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Gene says I like the old rubber suits too.
I got a lot of friends out there that are huge Godzilla fans and stuff, and I'm a huge giant monster Godzilla fan as well.
Lofty put women in latex are believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, So
ultimately, the writing was very, very bad. Super cliche. All these one-liners. There were even things I was saying right before they happened because I've seen them in 1,000 other movies. It's really lazy writing. It wasn't really written that well. And they did the thing too in a lot of these action movies and monster movies and stuff, or just action movies in general, where the importance of one or two people is over the many. Like there'll be hundreds of people getting killed, but the only thing that matters is one person.
Right. So like in a city, a big city, millions of people, could be getting killed, and they're only focusing on rescuing one or two people.
Yeah, everyone else's lives be damned. It's all about this one person. It makes no sense if they're
and they're hyper focusing on characters that don't deserve that kind of attention and screen time.
Yeah. I've seen better.
They did this with the old monster movies too, where they have some crappy story where it's like the scientists talking.
It's the human story.
And then you're waiting, and it's like I just want to see the monsters fight. I don't care about the story. I want to see the monsters kill all of you.
Yeah, and they didn't even bring any of the cool monsters in. There was no King Caesar. There was some made up mammoth, half gorilla thing in there. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, that wasn't even.
I think they made that one up, and it was like those the Mutos in the first Godzilla with the hook hands. I was like, what's that thing?
They don't even look like.
They even brought that one of them things back.
And they didn't do Mothra justice.
Mothra was barely in it.
Poor Mothra.
Mothra was barely in it. But I think they might be using Mothra more.
I heard Mothra was in it, and I was very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Well, I don't know. I didn't go in expecting much because it's a giant monster movie. I get it, but I'm sitting there and maybe about 15 minutes into the movie, I was like, "This is gonna suck." I just felt it because you could see how they're doing all this stuff. Everything was just sort of done, matter of fact. They had the opportunity to reinvent the genre. And what they did too is it seems like they lumped in a lot of things from older movies, which I guess people are saying those are the Easter eggs or the nods of the older movies, which is okay. But I mean,
I'd rather see more of the older movies rather than your little Easter egg or nod.
yeah,
It doesn't make your movie good.
yeah.
It doesn't. I'm just like not liking it.
I didn't even like someone's Jeffrey Arnett. You're gonna hate me for this. I didn't like the Kong Skull Island movie either that much. I
At
haven't
least
liked
that
any of the
one
new.
was a little more enjoyable. I prefer Kong over this one we saw. Yeah, it was like crap,
See, for me, okay. Oh, look,
crap.
I understand. There. I think I might even in my bank of movies that I like have movies that I like for parts and not for the whole. So far, these monster movies, the newer ones, the King Kong movie and then the two Godzilla movies, I don't like the whole movie. I could pick parts out I liked it, but was that a good movie? No, it's just good parts of a movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch King Kong again.
I guess you could like take pieces and parts
Which is
of
sad.
the movies to make one decent movie.
So James, what movies would you watch again, and which movies do you watch again? A True Romance. This is my what do you call it?
The Japanese Mothra from the 90s?
Well, yeah.
The Return of Mothra?
Any old, yeah.
Any old Godzilla or Kaiju movie that isn't CGI.
Yeah, there's all kinds of movies I like that I do watch over and over again.
I think Gamera. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Sorry. I think Gamera's more enjoyable than
You mean the one we just showed?
Yeah, the one we showed on Friday was more.
That piecemeal movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that one more.
But again, that could be because you're familiar with it as a child and it's nostalgic. But that being said, go see it if you. I'm sure. Look, the movie killed. It made a ton of money. Some people just want to see a bunch of CGI monsters fight each other, and I would say, and I don't even expose anything, but the Ghidorah sound, or Ghidorah, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, they kept calling it Ghidorah, and I thought it was Ghidorah.
Ghidorah is what we call him as a kid, but it's Ghidorah, whatever.
Is it Ghidorah?
I'm wearing my green Ghidorah.
Ghidorah?
Yeah.
Tomato.
But he didn't even have the old school sound effect, which I thought in the old movies was so creepy sounding. And they even do something with him that I'm like, really? Anyway, so. So.
Barf.
Out of 5 stars, 1 out of 5 stars, I'll mercifully give it 1.5.
1.
1.5.
I'm thinking 0, but I'll give it a 1.
I probably will never want to watch it again.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever watch that one again.
And you would, definitely, these are movies. I own old Godzilla movies. I own stuff like that. But yeah, I don't own any of the new stuff, any new movies.
Bring the monster back in the monster movies, Like, I want to see cool rubber suits. I want to see real effects.
That would be interesting to
I
see.
don't want it to look like a video game, like I'm playing something on Xbox.
All right, let's not harp on this too long.
So I'll shut up now.
No, I mean it's
just like, it's frustrating.
Yeah,
it is, and I guess that's just the norm where every movie has CGI in it instead of focusing on real effects.
CGI does not bother me.
Made by people with their hands.
Here's what CGI does bother me.
Not just a computer doing it.
CGI blood. I don't like when they do that.
I don't like that either.
In the horror movies, and you'll see that, and it's obviously CGI. It's like really bad. It doesn't even look good. I'm like, why CGI blood? You just can't get the pump thing with the Caro syrup. I mean,
yeah, just use corn syrup like everyone else.
That to me is like a waste of CGI when it's just something like that.
Like a blood splatter.
Yeah, whenever I've seen stab someone and this goofy looks like computer generated blood spatter.
And they'll do that goofy like blood splatter on the camera.
Well, yeah,
I've seen that like too many times.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right.
Yeah. So, but it had a ton of cliche moments. Really bad dialogue. The focus of people's safety was very specific, and obviously, I mean, it was only the people that you were introduced to that really mattered. Everyone else, F them. Don't even, if they get crushed,
millions
who cares?
Of people dying, but let's rescue like these select 2 people.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Yeah, last time I saw that and I see it in a lot of movies, but I remember one of the Die Hard movies like that. He's trying to save his daughter in this movie. And he's killing everybody. He's running everybody off the road on a freeway, and these explosions and everything. It's like you're killing everybody, and you're trying to save a girl.
It's so
it's just
goofy.
dumb. But anyway.
And the stereotyping in it too. the
What?
Asian stereotyping
this
of
movie?
certain characters. Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
oh,
Hollywood in
they had
general,
that
where they
really
stereotype a
well,
lot.
and it was a super forced mixed cast. I mean, again, I know it's the world's a rainbow, and I'm happy with all that. I'm happy to see that, that
No, but
there's
it's the way that the characters behave. Certain characters, um, how should I even? I guess
well,
I
they
won't.
were though, but that's what they
I
were. These
won't.
people, those the Asian, the Chinese and the Japanese person, they don't. I don't think they speak English. That's their second language. That's how they really talk.
No, but I mean, I won't get into it.
I don't know
But
what you're talking
you'll
about.
see it. And this is something Hollywood's done with a lot of.
Anyway,
Anyways.
don't let me go too far with
Yeah,
this,
we
'cause-
won't get too far into it.
down that rabbit hole. But anyway, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters, go see it at your own risk. But I'm sure a lot of people. No, I don't think we're too late with deterring anybody. Not that I would want to. But,
Yeah, I mean it's already been out for like a week already. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna pick out a movie for this Friday. And we've done a lot of sourcing and junking and
yeah, we're moving into the resale part.
so we can move into the resale part.
Yay,
and
the
less,
show and tell
less
hour.
complain about a movie.
That's okay. I mean,
I just had to vent a little
There's
bit.
nothing wrong with that. I wanted to go. I wanted to see this movie, and so did you. And now we're like, too bad.
So
Anyway, so what we got to show?
So over the weekend, how many places did we visit?
Oh, too many.
So we went to.
No, it's not even over the weekend.
We went to the flea market. No, it was over the past 2 weeks.
Yes, we haven't done a podcast in about 2 weeks, so we're really behind
there's a lot
on
to
stuff.
talk about.
So the stuff you're going to see that we're going to show is sort of an accumulation of several different ventures and stuff like that. So, but it's not the cream necessarily, but it's some good stuff. He back. All right.
I am back, guys. Welcome back.
Hey, Buckaroo. Where you been, Buckaroo?
So we went to a convention in Youngstown called Inclusion Con, and that was at the end of May.
Yes.
And that was interesting.
You want more coffee?
I'm good. A
Okay,
lot of
I'm gonna
nice,
get a little more.
a lot of nice people there. And then the following week,
Oops, showing my butt. That's okay.
Watch
I
your
can enjoy that. No, it's just me. It ain't like it's something to look at.
the following week, we were at the winery at Spring Hill in Geneva, Ohio. Little John from the Big Chuck and Little John show, he put on like a fun and games type of thing where they were doing prize giveaways, and it was for charity. And we did an intro for him and did a brief little history, just showing and explaining some of the horror hosts of yesteryear. And it was fun. A lot of photos. It was a nice meet and greet. And we're getting ready for Monster Bash in 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a process. Sitting down. Next time, we're not sitting.
Next time we'll sit on the couch. I'm sorry. So yeah, Monster Bash is in a couple weeks, and then the weekend after Monster Bash is Dark X Fest.
Fest, not mess.
X Fest in Hudson, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a live show on our Facebook page, The Mummy and the Monkey, Friday, and then after that, we'll do like live convention footage.
Yeah, where we can.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
Look at that.
Oh, a
funny.
straw.
I like that straw. Stirring up my cough.
And so we have a lot of things I still need to put on eBay.
Yes.
I listed a bunch of shoes this morning.
Oh my god.
I listed 10 pairs of shoes on the eBay store.
Shoes.
Yeah. Oh my god, shoes.
What were the brands? Coach?
One pair
Ferragamo.
was Coach, one was Salvatore Ferragamo, an Italian designer.
Oh, I thought that was Mexican.
A pair of men's Skechers, a pair of ladies' Doc Martens, a pair of Converse.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I don't remember. There were a lot of shoes, but now I've got a lot of retro toys I still need to list. Like, should I show this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is cool.
So I went out by myself this past Sunday, bright and early, around 6:30. I got to the flea market.
And I was sleeping.
But man, I had a great time. Not because she wasn't with me, because I found seeing Lobo in the next week. Sheriff Lobo?
Mr. Lobo?
Oh, it must be Mr. Lobo.
Mr. Lobo.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
And I found a bunch of cool stuff really early. You know, when people were just setting up their tables, that's when all the good stuff is there before it gets all picked over, because other pickers get the stuff. But anyway, this is some of the stuff I've picked up and gave Janet. Boop, boop, take it away. The Lobo.
Whoa, I can't see over this thing. But yeah, this I need to see if it has all the pieces and do some cleaning up. but this could be good. So, thanks to
Barbie
him,
show.
he found some 70s toys. This is a 70s Barbie Dreamboat. Ooh,
Yeah, there was a woman who set up her table, and
pretty cool.
I saw this first on her table as she was setting up. Whoa! Oh, there it
Oh
goes.
no!
Sorry, Marie.
Oh no! Is she
This
okay?
is live. This is live. Yeah, she's fine. Put her. The head. What's in the box? There is a head
What's in the box?
A head. So I saw this on this one vendor's table, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting. And I did my little dance around the table where I looked at it, and I pretended. I asked about it. She goes, it's $5. It's something that I had as a kid. I'm like, that's all right. That's cool. Thank you.
Marie Osmond.
And I walked away. I looked it up, and I saw that there were only about 2 on eBay, and one was starting at a bidding was starting at $60. I don't know how watches on it, but ooh, look at that. I don't know. She needs a little TLC.
I think she needs her hair combed
But
out.
it's Marie.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll. Remember that show? I used to watch that show growing up. Oh. And it has the directions.
And there's still curlers in her hair.
Is it directions and a bunch of rat poop? No, it isn't.
I can see inside you.
Oh. Oh, look, there's Farrah's Glamour Center. This could be this could be good, but you have to list this separate.
Oh, too bad we don't have that.
No, she must have had that too as a kid. But look, this was in there as well. I thought this was the same.
Farrah's Glamour
Wow.
Center. You
But
can have Farrah hair.
Someone would probably just want that for the,
That's
the directions.
funny.
So there's, just like little more, hair stuff in there, accessories.
More hair accessories.
Nothing really that good, but that's cool. I didn't even realize.
How
that was in there.
cute.
Oh, I wish this was in there. I wonder what. I bet just with these instructions, you might get a couple of bucks.
All right, and then this one. You bought a whole box of things, but this was part of it. Knit Magic.
Yeah.
It's like a little thing where you can make, like, doll clothes and stuff, and learn how to knit. It's like a little thing for kids from the 70s. And this is like maybe 10, 15 bucks. But that Barbie, I'm hoping, I'm going to try for 75 bucks because I saw someone had one listed for like $29 without the box.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah. So after she showed that Marie Osmond head, I did buy it for $5. She goes, well, wait a minute. She goes, you looking for toys? I'm like, yeah. So she pulls out this box of toys. This is what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, there's a giant box of toys.
And I said, how much you want for all of it? And we wound up. She's quoted 50, but then I got her down to 40. So about 45 bucks, including that Marie Osmond head. I got all the stuff.
Yeah, and we got ourselves a brand new sports car.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's a Barbie car.
It's not in the best shape.
Yeah.
It's got tape. Oh, it's got
But
key.
I found the visor.
They taped the key to it. You see that?
Or is that the stick shift? The gear shift?
Oh, I don't know what that. Yeah. The gear
Yeah,
shift.
there might be like a little piece missing in there.
That's scary. They used packing tape. Oh no.
Oh no.
Try the heat gun or the.
Does it have a year on this?
That's probably mid 70s, late 70s.
1975, USA.
Well, that might not be too bad.
Wow, that's fun.
But you have to look into that. I'm sure someone will want it.
And then Skipper.
They call her Skipper. Doo-doo.
Skipper's not in here, but her clothes are. There's a bunch of doll clothes in here, and
Yeah.
even without the doll, people still buy accessories for those old dolls. This is from the 60s, I think. Yeah, late 60s.
That woman was she was a few months younger than me. She was just going to turn 50 this year, she said so.
And then these are like...
I only wish she was a boy. She had some cool boy toys.
Yeah, like the old G.I. Joes or something. But the girl toys are cute, too.
I'll find that, guys, at some point.
And this is like old, like play dishes and stuff. I don't know if that's a thing, but they're vintage and cute, where I think it could
It's
be...
something to look up,
Yeah, it's fun to research it, too.
Yeah. Some of those pieces just by themselves could be worth a couple bucks.
A retro Girl Scout canteen.
That's fun. It's got a plaid show the front.
And it has plaid in the front. Very retro.
That's really neat.
And Weebles.
Yeah, this was cool. There's
Oh,
actually
can I reach them?
Yeah, there's Weebles in that camper.
Weebles wobble wobble, but they don't fall
Weebles
down.
wobble, but they don't fall down. I remember that. I used to have Weebles as a kid.
So it's like a Weebles place.
I may have had this camper. I'm trying to remember, but
Oh, and it has the little guys.
and they were smaller. Yeah, that's a little one. That's a kid Weeble.
The baby Weeble.
Yeah. See, and the whole gimmick was them is that they were they were weighted at the bottom and they didn't fall. They were just like little eggs that would pop back up. Eggy people. There's 2 kids, probably a boy and a girl, knowing how the PC way,
The whole little Weeble wobble family.
They even had a Harley that they
A
sat.
Weeble Harley.
Yeah, boom. Look at that.
Wow. No, he's whoa.
Yeah, they have.
He did fall down.
This camper has you know, all kinds of stuff that falls off of it.
Now that's. Oh,
Well, look,
he
look,
did.
Weebles. I didn't realize that. Look at this. There's a Romper Room logo on the side
Romper Room.
too, so they were somehow tied with a Romper Room.
Maybe they would advertise it on Romper Room.
Romper, Domper, Stomper.
Here, let's put them back so I
Reload.
don't lose toys.
Yeah. So it's
break them.
something interesting. I'm sure you can get a few bucks out of that. It will definitely make our money back.
Yeah, and then there's some other odds and ends. So
Yeah.
that's cool. I was gonna hopefully work on that tonight. Get
So-
that sorted out. And I've got more dolls in the basement and like little doll playset things I gotta check. But you found some cool things.
Yeah, so a friend of ours, Tony Beller, someone loved to call him. That's good. I'm happy that people liked it. You know, I mean, it's we're not here to, you know, I'm just my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
This is stuff we grew up with, and we love the original source material, and then, you know, to me, it's almost the difference between people that like are doing the Marvel movies. They get it. They have the writers. They have from Marvel Comics. They have people that love comics. Marvel Comics working on Marvel movies, and there are other I won't say who, but there are other movies out there that they just they can't get it together because they have these Hollywood types that they understand how to do the superhero right. They never read a comic book in their life. It's their version of us here of that said superhero, and they suck. Yeah, good. Again, hopefully God bless you if you like those movies. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people,
Yeah, I mean,
not everyone's going to agree, but
Everyone can have their own opinion. We
I-
were just
I'm
expressing
waiting-
our views.
yeah, I'm
that's
waiting for the ultimate. And this probably sounds blasphemous, but I enjoyed, even though there's really bad stuff going on in the movie, the subplots. But I love. We haven't seen Shin Godzilla
Same
either.
here. We still need to see Shin Godzilla.
We hear that's good. But Pacific Rim, not the second one. I have not seen the second one.
Howard the Duck. Best Marvel movie
I'm not
ever.
talking.
Oh
I'm
my.
talking about the current Marvel movies, not the not anything before
Oh
the
my.
Iron Man movie.
Wasn't he from Cleveland? Howard the Duck.
Yes, he landed in Cleveland. He wound up in Cleveland.
I
too.
want to see the Mummy and the Monkey movie someday. We have been talking about
The only thing is, it's going
wanting
to
to
be
do a
it's going to
movie.
be CGI Mummy and the Monkey. That's it.
no CGI. It's going to be people in rubber
Well,
suits.
there are independent films out there, independent movie makers that say, and it's because they probably can't afford the CGI, but they label it CGI free because there is a lot of backlash within the film in the indie film to use CGI.
Well, there are people that do prefer practical effects. Like they want to
Yeah.
see. They don't want to see it, so it's kind of nice to.
Oh, Buckaroo Brothers, they're going to put us in a movie one day. That's cool.
Oh, that'd be
So,
great.
let's get back to the booty, shall we? The booty. It's
Yes,
booty
show
call.
them your booty.
We can call it either booty call or a big a-hole. We never know. It's a big a-hole. Be awesome. A friend of ours, Tony Beller, his sister came across a box that was discarded in the trash. And it was labeled, it was a cardboard box and scrawled on it in a Sharpie or something. It was labeled, it said comic books. She picks it up,
Oh my!
gives it to her brother who owns I'm sorry,
Flea market booth.
yeah, and at Streetsboro Flea Market. Excuse me, I'm going to burp. There we go. Well, this is live, so what are you gonna do? Excuse me. But he posted on Facebook that his sister found these comic books, and they was looking to sell them at his booth. And I got a hold of him right away. I said, "Hey, man, let me know how much you want for all of them." So there might have been probably close to over 100 books, but there were like 50 of them, at least half of them that were more superhero titles. The other ones were like Popeye, Casper, Archie, things like that.
Like little kid ones.
But
yeah.
here are a few out of the 50 that I got or so that are really cool. Fantastic Four number 45, the first appearance of the Inhumans. Fantastic Four number 37. These are all like 12-cent Marvel original. These were thrown out in the trash.
Wow.
Craziness, right? Fantastic Four number 35 with the Dragon Man. Look at all Jack Kirby artwork, right? Awesome stuff.
And we had fun the other day going through reading these.
Yeah, Strange Tales. Here's some DC titles were in there, like a 12-cent Flash comic. Condition on these are, the Fantastic Fours are in actually pretty decent condition. Some of the other ones are pretty tore up and chopped up, but there's a 10-cent Superman. There was some Batman mixed up in there as a detective comics with him, and some like Charlton and other kind of miscellaneous ones, unusual tales. But there were actually quite a few, and that's just a little bit of them. But the best ones were those Fantastic Four ones for sure. I paid up, as they say, but it was well worth it because Tony and his sister have been very good to us over the years, providing us with artwork and other things.
Who would throw those away?
I don't know, but
I know, isn't that crazy?
it's
Someone's just throwing comic books away.
We heard
and
heard,
collectible
yeah,
comic
and
books.
a friend of ours, Sandy, told us a similar story where he was at a yard sale and there was like a free box sitting there, and he opened it up. It was a bit like one of those totes, and it was full of like probably comics like this. And he had himself a little bit of a conundrum, like, what do I do? Do I just take them and go, thank you, Lord, thank you, powers above, for all this great money I'm about to cash in on? Or and he wound up telling the woman that was having sex, you should probably take these to a comic shop like soon, because these are the kind that they would buy. Like most comic shops don't buy anything unless
he
he
was very nice and honest with the woman.
But it was
I would be torn. I wouldn't know what to do.
I would probably just take, but that's me.
Or maybe offer them a fair price.
Maybe take a minute and see what I get for them and go, oh, you know what? But
yeah.
What else do I got? I found some really interesting. This is stuff that doesn't pop up all the time at the flea markets, or I'm at flea markets. At flea markets maybe, but not at
Thrift stores.
thrift stores.
These are records that you don't normally see. Normally, when we go to thrift stores, we find old polka records that we can use for Stasha skits.
And you know, if you look for vinyl at thrift stores, there's really nothing there. It's like Lawrence Welk. It's all instrumental stuff.
I'm gonna get more coffee.
Classical, all right.
Oh.
Classical polka stuff like that, but some pop stuff, but very rare. And if it is, it's tore up. But here's some jazz stuff. Charlie Parker's story. It's really neat. The album itself is in really good condition. Found that. Miles Davis. Look at that. Roundabout Midnight LP, and it's actually again in really good condition. The album, the vinyl itself. This was kind of cool. This was $2. We already had this, but it was $2, and I think these go for about $40 on eBay, between 25 and $40. But it's a horror record, Lights Out, everyone, an exercise in horror, written and directed by Arch Obler. That's and actually it's in very good condition.
Talking to a friend on the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is a surprising one, and it's, again, my little spidey sense went off on this one. This is a good one, and the record it's a double record set, but it's the soundtrack for the pirate movie starring Chrissy McNichol and Christopher Atkins. It's a guy from Blue Lagoon, but it's a double LP, and it's got like the pictures and stuff and all that kind of garbage. But someone has one on eBay for $50, and this was $1. Oh, okay.
The one in Youngstown. Okay. Oh, maybe he's talking about because I mentioned some of the conventions we went to.
Yeah. All right, and here's something I found in the garbage, believe it or not. I went garbage picking a couple weeks ago, and I initially just saw a few things in there that were just kind of on the top that were interesting. Or at first we threw it away, but it was a sewing machine. And that was no good. I brought it back, and you said it was a piece of garbage.
It was too junky. It looked like it didn't work. It was all rusted.
But then I saw next to it was a PV guitar amplifier, but it was missing the speaker. And then this was next to it, in the box, still wrapped up.
Ooh.
A Harbinger 8-channel compact mixer. It's not the highest end thing.
I think they're like $40 or $50 on eBay.
Brand new, they're like $60. So
but this has, it looks like it was never used.
No, it was never. It's still wrapped.
And someone threw this away.
This was in the garbage. Look, I open it up and you see this. You're like, boy, what's going on here? Why would they trash this? Shoot.
Oh, careful.
I got it. Fine. But yeah, it's in there. It's all wrapped up. It's all nice in there.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So that and the cord's all still wrapped up
and
in the
box. It has that new electronics kind of
like
smell.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like garbage.
So we watch the videos, the other flippers and how they go garbage pick and they find great stuff. So yeah, there's great stuff to be found. Don't let it be below you to go garbage pick, because some people just don't need this stuff and they just throw it away.
And if they're throwing it away, why not? You're saving it from being in a landfill.
Right.
And you're giving it a second life.
You're making some money to feed your butt.
Yeah, and you can make a few bucks.
Yeah, I totally didn't steal that. That was totally off of a tree log. No crap. I need to start filming everything. That'd be like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, if YouTube friends out there
we
know of a nice inexpensive
GoPro,
like a GoPro, like a knockoff GoPro.
No, just go for the real thing.
Or if they see any on sale, let us know.
Or if you're feeling generous, send us a free one.
Send us one. No.
Maybe if we garbage pick enough, we'll find one.
Maybe we'll find one in the garbage.
Yeah. Found him at a thrift store. It's a mask that I come to find. It was made in 1996. It was put out by Paper Magic. It's a like a party. It's like a Amscan type of a company that makes party goods and stuff like that. But they did a bunch of Halloween masks in the 90s, and this was from 1996.
He's cool.
And it's just a generic alien. It had a different paint job in the catalog picture someone sent me, but yeah, I mean that was kind of a fun find.
He was like $2 or $3.
No,
or something.
that might have been $4. I think he was.
How about Janet, Decay, Mummy, and
Oh,
Grimm?
someone's doing that.
Oh, they're talking about them. Okay.
So the same. Oh, you didn't show anything from that one guy, but
From what one guy?
when I went to the flea market Sunday, the first person, the vendor I went up to, he had a bunch of stuff out. Excuse me, something's making me super burpy. And this is the first thing I saw by his table. It's a mid-century modern, 1950s chalkware bust on a very unusual sort of shape, right?
She's cute.
And that is not a chip. That is a scuff on her head, which I could probably.
And it's numbered on the back, too.
It is numbered, yeah, H13A.
But that's like real heavy chalkware.
Yeah. It's got a couple of dings in it, but nothing that's really like, glaring. I mean, you could touch it up if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I said, how much is this plaque here? How about $1? Yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, she could probably go. I would try for 50.
I am. I'm gonna try $50.
I would try for 50.
This
She's
is a
really
unusual shape and a really nice piece.
Yeah, I've
very
never
different.
seen a piece like that.
Yeah, that's very sharp. And then from the same fella, there was a guy there. Here's a little story. Or I mean, a little. So there's a big, giant, tall guy standing there, and he had a little pile of stuff. Now I don't know if this is just from that one dude, or if he was going around early. He was a vendor there as well. Table was around the way from where this guy was set up. So he was, picking this guy's stuff, and the guy was unloading his van still. Oh yeah, I'm sure someone will buy that.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-century modern stuff's really popular now.
Yeah, and that vintage look people like.
But the big guy's like hovering over the. Oh, your mom says goodnight.
Aw.
But the guy's like, what else you got in there? He goes, no, I'm still unloading. He pulls out an old Wile E. Coyote plush. It was a big one. And he goes, that's pretty neat. How much you want for that? No, $3. So he goes, I'll take it. He's saying, like, this guy. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be hovering over you, And the dude was like, yeah, dude, you're hovering and you know it.
I hate it when you're shopping at a flea market or an estate sale or whatever, and there's always like that one person kind of hovering and staring.
This customer was hovering over the guy that was setting his table up. As he took stuff out, he's looking at it.
Oh, he's hovering over the vendor that's unloading the car.
Yes, he was like, and he goes, I'm sorry for hovering over you. He was standing behind the guy's table next to him.
Yeah, that's being a vulture.
And I'm standing on the other side of the table, like.
Don't be a flea market vulture. Be polite.
You're totally like intimidating this guy that just wants to get his crap on the table, and then trying to get the first thing as soon as he pulls out of the box. Well, how much is that? But so I did what I just went.
I get it. He wants to look at everything. He wants to try to get first dibs.
I get it.
But you gotta have some.
A little, coos.
Yeah, have some coos.
Some coos.
Be a little polite.
And then, so I said, no, screw this guy. So, I mean, the dude that was behind the table doing this. So anyway, so I was looking in the fella's boxes after I bought that.
Oh, they were talking. Someone's asking about the appraisal.
Oh.
We didn't follow up on that. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Well, as you can see, we're living in the Taj Mahal now. I have an update on that.
We're still in Cleveland.
Okay, I'll give you an update now about that.
Yeah, why don't you tell them?
Okay, so we took in several things to Gray's Auctioneers, which is not too far from where we live. And let's just say we were not quitting our day jobs.
It wasn't as valuable as what he thought it could be.
No, I mean it could be like $100, but that's if somebody wants it. Now I did take it down, but then I put it back up, and I think it's up for $40.
He
now.
thought it could have been an antique Chinese, like one of those dynasty pieces where someone hand stitched it.
But yeah.
They looked at the stitching in great detail, and she said that the stitching looked too new, and it was probably made in Japan. Like
the stitching looks like it was done by a machine as opposed to by hand.
Yeah, like done on a sewing machine, not done by hand.
Or some textile machine.
Yeah,
and then not by hand.
So she said it was like a Japanese, like a souvenir type of thing. It was
exactly what it was and where it was from.
Yeah.
She didn't really know, and and you fought me on it too, but I proved it to you by looking it up. The dynasty in question was from the started in the 1600s, not started in the 1800s. It went out in the 1800s, but okay.
Okay, so
You
it
know,
ended in the
just lick
1800s,
it on up.
but there are still pieces from the 1800s
Sure, it
that
went
you could
from
buy from that
but she was saying,
dynasty.
it was that dynasty was around in was start like like it wasn't around in the 1600s, but it was. That's when it
Well,
started. That's what
but we're not
history
we're
says.
not historians
No,
on
but I
that
looked up
either.
multiple sources online, and that's what
Okay.
it said from historical sources.
Anyways, it was confirmed that
Where
it
else
was,
you gonna know this?
it was confirmed that the stitching looked like it
So-
was done on a machine. And we never thought to look at the stitching.
No,
like
now
that.
I know.
So,
I totally understand that now. But see, you learned something though.
yeah, and it was
was
really
free.
nice that she did email you, and we got to go
Yeah.
and have some, and then you
It was
also brought
exciting.
some other paintings.
Yeah, and none of those
And-
were really, they weren't anything.
No, she's like, oh, just put them on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, they're-
Maybe $50 on
everything
some of the
between
paintings.
everything between 50 and 100 each. It was
Yeah,
not bad.
nothing too crazy.
I didn't pay anything for any of that stuff anyway. That much anyway. So back to the guy with the table.
You never know.
Right.
That's part of the fun. Yeah, exactly. And it's good to at least, it's a learning experience.
She was real nice
You know?
about it. She researched like about 4 or 5 pieces I brought in. And it was really nice.
Yeah, and it's nice to know that if we do find other things that are questionable, that could be
Yep.
something.
Bring them on into them, and they'll do it
Yeah.
for free.
Lobo
Yeah.
has been all over.
I've been watching that. I see Mr. Lobo. He's like, posting a lot of stuff from different locations he goes to, whether it's food or this or that. And it's interesting to see where he's popping up. But yeah, definitely. Is that part of a sort of a little thing he's doing as far as a tour or
Yeah, I don't know.
or just promotion?
Maybe
Probably
he's just
promotion.
touring around.
So back to the flea
So
market.
back to the finds.
Same tight table I got that plaque from. So while big guy's harassing the vendor, I'm looking in some of the boxes he has, and I just see this from the back. I'm like, okay, let me pick this thing up. It is a Jaguar, or some people Jaguar.
Jaguar.
It's a decanter made by. It's a 1968 Royal London decanter, and it's musical, and it really works. It plays How Dry I Am. How dry I am.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
Okay, copyright.
How dry we don't know. That's probably public domain. But yeah, there's the little cap with a Jaguar logo or little icon on there, right? You set it down and it stops playing. How cool is that? Royal. I haven't even looked this one up yet, but it's a car grill.
It's
Decanter.
interesting.
Very cool. And how much is this? $1.
Like everything he was selling, way cheap.
I started off so happy there, and I actually did really well that day. I think I might have
See,
spent like 80 or 90 bucks.
You had a better day at the flea market Sunday morning than what we did on Saturday, because I went with him Saturday morning and
Yeah.
it wasn't that great. And then I decided to sleep in a little bit Sunday. I'm still in bed, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to go to the flea market?"
I was planning on going. Look,
And I'm just like,
we
sleep.
had, I was pretty good the night on that Friday night. I didn't go too over the top with celebrating our 50th. So I was full of energy in the morning. I wasn't
Yeah.
sleeping anything off. And I was ready to go. I knew that you had to get there early to get anything really good. Because when we've been going to that flea market, it's like 9 o'clock, and everything's got. Trust me,
Everything's picked over
it's
by 9
gone
o'clock.
because I found
You
so
have to
much
go
great
early.
stuff like that. When I went there, I'm like, oh my god, this is where all the fresh stuff is. Yeah, it makes sense, right? So anyway, then right after that, I was $2 in so far with it at the flea market. I got those 2 cool things. Then I went to a table across from this fella, and I saw a few those little cheapy radios, those little fake boom boxes you get when you they used to give away at banks or for
Keep
newspaper
talking.
subscriptions.
I'm gonna bring something else over that you could show.
So I seen this sitting amongst all the little cheapy little boombox things. Now I know Broxonic is a cheap and a sort of a not a really good name brand, so to speak. But I picked this thing up. It's got all kinds of stuff like an equalizer, right? It's a tape player, tape recorder. Oh yes, that too, big time. And on the back, it's got some built-in speakers. I have not tested it out yet. But he wanted $5 for it, and I got him down to 3. The only reason I didn't buy it at first, I walked down one of my techniques. I walk away and I get my phone out instead of doing it right there, and look it up, and I couldn't find this model. I was looking really quick on eBay, really quick, but I tell you, I went to Google. It still has the film on there too. Look,
Yeah.
the plastic
It
film.
looks like they barely used it.
It does have a little corrosion on the inside of the battery thing on one terminal, but it's the green kind. It's not like the acid, the white acid. But anyway, um, when I looked it up on Google, someone has it for $600.
Why?
I don't know.
What makes that so special?
It's
It's
got-
got speakers on the back.
It's got speakers on the back. It's a
That's
graphic
kinda cool.
equalizer. It's a recorder and player. It's really neat. It's probably from the late '80s. I don't
It
know.
looks very 80s.
But I'm gonna do more research on this. But for $3, again, even if it's worth $10, I don't care. I'll use it. I'll keep it. I think it's really neat looking, especially with those kind of speakers built in the back. But oh yeah, and then the big find that I have to do something with is what you just brought
So
over.
this was a couple weeks ago. We went to a street-wide yard sale in a Cleveland neighborhood, and
Right.
there's a lot of people that sell stuff there that don't necessarily live there. They'll borrow someone's front yard and just set up. Some of them do clean outs. Some of them buy storage units, storage lockers, and they just sell stuff cheap there to make some quick bucks.
But there's
And
one particular house we like to go to because it seems like they do clean outs. So they always have tables full of weird stuff and interesting stuff. Well, on the clothing rack, I saw this hanging up on there. Sorry. And it is a uniform, obviously a lot older than I thought it was like 60s, or I was hoping it was Vietnam era. Heavily decorated. It's got the sergeant stripes. It's got all this kind of cool, all his medals and stuff right here. And he's got the rifle, the marksmanship, expert in rifle and machine gun.
yeah,
He's got the, all the pins in his. Oh, I shouldn't show his name. It doesn't matter.
but
Anyway,
so what's cool about this? Well,
well, here's the thing.
we want to do a special thank you.
Right. Oh, okay.
Well, do you want to?
Go ahead.
So
Let me set it up, and then you can do the thank you.
Okay.
What was that laugh for?
well, I wasn't sure what to.
Okay, so
I'm
we
sorry, I
didn't know
mean
any,
to cut you
so we
off.
don't know anything about the military stuff, right? So what I did was I went and took some photographs, and because this is fun to do too. The post stuff on Facebook is fun because there are a lot. Look, if you're connected with a lot of people know stuff about different things, more than what you'll ever know all by yourself. So and there's also groups on Facebook like what is this? What is this, right?
What is this?
This.
It's for vintage antiques.
Right.
If you don't know about something, you could post a picture.
Right.
Sometimes you get some real smart ass comments.
It's a uniform. Duh.
Sometimes
It's
people
green.
actually are helpful and will put up useful
Yeah.
things.
Some people just
Sometimes
waste your
you
time.
just have to phone a friend and ask.
And that's okay. So I actually placed photos, the exact same photos on my personal Facebook account and on What Is This. I got a lot of mixed opinions, a lot of mixed comments. Oh, these things the metals are in the wrong place. This is not. It looks like it might have been pieced together from different, medals and awards from different uniforms. All this stuff. So I don't know. So I'm like, okay, great. Maybe I'll just take off everything and sell it and piece it out. But we did contact a friend of ours, a fellow picker and flipper, Golden Finger Picker.
Golden Finger Picker, and he has a YouTube channel, Golden Finger Picker. He has quite a following. Nice guy.
Yeah, his real name's Chad. He's a real nice dude. So, Janet, before I even did that, she goes, why don't you just message Chad? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to bug him. I mean, I will, but I just want to see what, in general, if it's anything to even go to him about. Let's try to maybe establish that, because he's a busy dude. But he also was very nice. He's been kind since we befriended him, and was like, anytime you guys want to know something, let me know. And he was in the military. He was an MP in the Army, and so he knows a lot about, and he specializes in that too, in that sort of I say genre, in that field of military.
In that niche of collecting and selling
anything military,
memorabilia,
photos, uniforms, medals, everything.
and it's a part of history,
Yeah.
and it's really good to research that.
So I'm happy we did because
to honor, all that stuff from
because
history.
about a few days later he goes, all right, man. He calls us up. He goes, you ready for this? I'm like, yeah. Because I told him, I said, we did get some feedback from multiple people that said he said, this is the real deal. This is a highly decorated sergeant, probably a squad leader, who might have been involved with the 101st Airborne. with what he did, and he gave me this whole rundown. Amazing research this guy did, Chad. Thank you so much for giving us all the background on this, on the how this gentleman was decorated, this soldier. He was wounded twice. He's got a Purple Heart here. I mean, crazy stuff. He did about maybe 2 to 3 tours in Vietnam.
You had to take a bunch of notes.
Yeah, I did.
So
and he
you
sent me
remember
the stuff
everything.
Too.
Yeah.
Yes, and this uniform from the inside it says 68. So I mean 1968. So
Vietnam era,
yeah,
right?
well, Vietnam,
Yeah.
yeah, went up until the mid 70s, 75, I believe, 74, 75. But yeah, it looks like the guy was in the S, as they say, in that. He saw action. He was wounded twice, and it looks like he may have lost a lot of one of his company. One of those badges is indicative of that. So thank you again, Chad.
It's really cool to know like
Yeah.
the story on that because learning what each badge and pin means that's like learning
And metal, yeah.
It's like metal. It's like learning a whole new language.
Yeah, so now I have the information. I can actually maybe look up this soldier and see, find out more about him. But yeah, so that was an interesting find. I paid $20 for that uniform.
Yeah.
Um,
So he research it more before you would try to list it or price it.
uh,
What? I don't know. Someone commenting.
they lived in that uniform. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of some of the more cooler stuff we found, interesting stuff that we found the last few weeks. But
Hi, Drake. Howdy.
Frank and Drake.
Howdy.
Yeah,
I like that.
so we want to thank too our friend Drac for posting all our stuff on his Drac fan page.
Yeah, the official Drac fan page, our good friend Drac from the Frank and Drac show. He was on TV in the 80s here in Cleveland, Ohio on Channel 19.
Fellow
And
horror.
ran a dinner theater for a long time. So he's definitely involved in the arts and entertainment and the horror community.
Yeah, if you want to see some really fun and I'd say innovative and edgy horror hosting, go on YouTube and look up Frank and Drac, DRAC, Frank and
Frank
Drac.
and Drac.
Look it up. You'll
Great
see
humor.
There's segments of the show on there from the late 80s. It's really funny stuff. And you sit there and go, wow, they got away with that? Interesting, very cool stuff. The guy, and he's still a really funny dude. He did a real nice congratulations video for our 50th that we showed, and you can still catch it. I mean, all of our shows that we've done on Facebook are archived on Facebook in the video
So you
section.
could click on. So when you go on the Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook, we have an actual fan page.
Yes.
We have a group page. But the fan page, the Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook, is where we have 50 archived episodes if you click the videos tab.
Yeah.
We also have a few shorts and promo videos on there.
Yeah, mixed stuff.
But here on our YouTube channel, so we have 14 watchers right now and only 6 people clicked the like button.
Wow.
So if the rest of you could please click the like button, we would appreciate
We
it.
got 14 people watching and only 6 likes. What's up with that?
16 people watching and
Wow.
only 6 likes. So please
Oh.
give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe and click the little bell. But yeah, we also have some videos that we upload on our YouTube, like our skits, some celebrity interviews. We'll do the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, we just uploaded the latest Stasha skit we did with the Parma sign that's here in Cleveland. It's kind of a Cleveland themed thing. This particular skit. Usually we try to make her sort of ditzy character more universal with the skits, but some of them will do local kind of
Some can be more local centric, but
Yeah,
we
it's
try to
kinda-
appeal to everybody.
Yeah, ultimately we do. But yeah, so wow. Hopefully we caught up a little bit with our Slackin here.
Yeah.
And we'll try to do at least a podcast a week. We're trying to be better with it.
Yeah, we need to be better with it. But it's tough sometimes. Sometimes life happens. And then we have 2 conventions coming up.
Right.
Monster Bash and Dark X Fest. So Monster Bash is in Mars, Pennsylvania. It's June 23rd through the 25th.
It'd be a fun one.
Dark X Fest is in Hudson, Ohio, the weekend right after.
Another fun one.
Yeah, and then we'll probably be back in July with more episodes. But we will do a live streaming Mummy
week.
and Monkey Harry Scary Hangout show
This Friday.
this Friday.
For sure. We'll be
We
there.
just need to pick out a movie between tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's go. After this, let's go pick a movie out.
Okay,
Wanna
I
do
think
that?
we could do that.
Deal? All
So
right.
thank you guys. I see more likes.
Yay.
Thank you for clicking the like button.
Appreciate
Remember
it.
to click subscribe and the little bell, and then that way, anytime we do this, you'll get a notification. You can watch on your phone.
That's right.
And there was a thing on the radio saying
Ooh.
more people watch their phone than TV now.
Yeah, that was a big report this morning on the news station I was listening to. They said more people, and I think it's an average of 8 minutes more than TV, but it's getting up there. I mean, that's where it's all going, right? People are watching more stuff on the internet, whether it's on their phone, their tablet, their laptop.
Yep.
Then on I think they mean like network TV, because basically the television you watch stuff on is a monitor, just like your phone's a monitor, just like it's a monitor.
We've talked about it a
anything you
million
could relate
times.
to that, right? So
Yeah.
you could technically be watching anything online on your TV in your living room, because if you sling it to it. But anyway, you guys know.
Want to go to Monster
you
Bash
need to.
someday? You need to.
Don't wait too long.
So they have Monster Bash every June. They're also having one in Canton, Ohio in August. Did y'all get an earthquake? Hi, Thrift Reader. There was an earthquake in Ohio, and we didn't feel it. We're okay. It wasn't a big deal.
I've blown farts with did more damage than an earthquake. Nothing big deal there.
Just happened to see an article about
You know,
it.
it's the news, right? They sensationalize everything. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, the sky is falling.
We don't get earthquakes very often, so when we do get something tiny, like people are like, an earthquake. But everyone's all right. You know, we didn't have anything here where we are. I guess it was more like east of Cleveland.
You should never panic if you're going to get something tiny.
Jeez,
Ever.
Stop it.
It's no big deal.
And we just don't get earthquakes really here. I mean,
Yeah.
we get snowstorms every winter.
Oh,
Sometimes
Orlando.
a tornado.
Hello from Orlando.
Hello, Orlando.
Who's that?
I didn't see the name.
Oh.
But we should wrap it up. We're
should.
babbling even
That's okay.
more
The
so
coffee's kicking in.
than
That's
usual.
why.
So we need to list more things on eBay,
Yeah.
and we need to pick out a movie for Friday.
Earthquakes, huh? We've just had Taco Bell and we're having coffee after that. Oh.
Oh, we're gonna have an earthquake.
You ain't
here.
heard nothing yet, everyone.
Oh boy!
All right, Ohioans, grab onto your seat. All right, everybody, here we go. We're going to end this podcast, and we want to thank you all for tuning in, watching us, hanging out with us, and don't forget to hang out with us this Friday night, 10 p.m.
Yay!
on Facebook for a brand new live Mummy the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. So until then, until next week, here, we'll see you. Have a good night, have a good rest of the week, and
Good night, good fright, guys. Bye.
yabba dabba bye.
Bye bye.